Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this 6 pieces skirt. And if this is something you'd like to learn, keep watching and let's get started. The name of the fabric I used in making the skirt is called a crepe fabric and I made use of 1.5 yards. So I would like to cut both the front piece and the back piece of the skirt together, and for this reason, I folded the fabric into two equally. And I went ahead to fold the fabric into two again, so I practically folded this fabric into four. So while I folded the fabric into four, I made sure I left about 1.5 inches extra fabric on this side, which would be for the zipper allowance at the center back of the skirt. The first step is to roll the starting line, which would be the waistline for this skirt. So because I would be attaching a waistband of 1.5 inches in length, I would subtract 1.5 inches from the top of the waistline for this skirt. The next line is hip line, which is 9 inches. So this is an A-line skirt, but from the thumbnail, I noticed that the shape of the A-line started 3 inches below the hip line. So 3 inches below my hip line is going to be 12 inches. The next line is for the full length of the skirt. My desired skirt length is 42 inches, so I added extra 1 inch sewing allowance to the bottom, which made it 43 inches altogether. Now on the waistline, I placed my waist circumference divided by 4 inches, and I went ahead to add extra 3 inches sewing allowance to the side. So I added this much allowance because of the 6 pieces design. Now on the hip line, I would place my hip circumference divided by 4 inches, and I would also add 3 inches sewing allowance to the side. And on the third line, I would be placing the exact hip circumference with the sewing allowance included. Now I extended these points to the hip circumference, then connected the hip circumference to the waist circumference. On this third line, the entire measurement here is 12 inches. Now I'll go ahead to place those 12 inches directly on the M line, and then I would add extra 4 inches sewing allowance to the side. Now I'll go ahead to extend this point to this point to form an A-line shape. So this is how the shape of the skirt should be once your measurement has been marked on the fabric. Now the next step is to mark the waist dart. Take note that the waist dart is extended to the bottom of the skirt. Now to get the waist dart, I'll be working with my nipple to nipple distance. My nipple to nipple distance is 6 inches, so I divided it by 2 and I had 3 inches. Because of joining allowance, I would add extra 1 inch to that, and that will make it 4 inches. So now I'll go ahead to mark 4 inches on the waistline, the hip line, and this third line, and the M line on the skirt. Now I went ahead to connect all points together, and this would form a straight line. At the top of the waistline, I would add ½ inch sewing allowance to which the waistband would be attached to. Now I'll go ahead to cut out the shape of the skirt following the direction of the chalk. Now I would use my chalk to mark the zipper allowance on the center back of the skirt. The next step is to slit the waist dart vertically downwards to the hem of the skirt. So at this stage, I'll take out the center front piece of the skirt and the two sides for the front piece of the skirt as well. While I went ahead to keep the back piece aside. So these are the pieces we need for the front piece of the skirt. The next step is to mark the point you want the slit opening to begin. So I subtracted 1.5 inches from the top of the waistline, which is for the waistband. So I want my slit opening to begin at 18 inches. But if you don't want to expose your thigh, you can mark 21 inches or 22 inches, just depends on you. And if you are willing to expose your thigh, you can reduce the measurement to about 15 inches. Alright, now I'll go ahead to notch the points I marked. To stitch the pieces together, I would open the center front piece and then place one side right side to right side to stitch from the waist down to the points I marked by 1 inch. After this is done, I would also place the other side of the skirt on the edge of the center piece here to stitch from the waistline down to the point I chalked by 1 inch. So this is the outcome after stitching, and I went ahead to use the pressing iron to open the seams. After this is done, the next step is to stitch the slit opening, and on this side I would fold the edges by ½ inch in and further fold by ½ inch in, and when I get to this point I'll raise my machine footer to fold the other seam in by ½ inch and further fold by ½ inch till I get to the end. I would also do the same sewing process for these other edges on this side. So I've properly secured the slit opening. For this skirt design, you would notice that the same fabric was used to make a patch on the sides of the skirt, which looks like a pocket. So this is the fabric I would be using to make the patch at the sides. It's doubled, and I made sure that one side at the edges is 9 inches long. Now I'm going to place this patched fabric directly on one side of the skirt, making sure that it's extended by ½ inch on this side of the waist dart, so that after folding it in, it will sit properly directly on the waistline dart. Now there's an excess fabric on the hip side of the skirt, so I would go ahead to pin the patch fabric directly on the skirt to trim out the excess fabric on this side, so this would have the same shape with the skirt. After this is done, I would separate the fabric by placing the second patch fabric on the other side of the skirt. Now I'll go ahead to take these pieces to my ironing board to iron these straight edges by half inch and the bottom by half inch as well. Once this has been properly ironed, I would place the patch fabric directly on my skirt, making sure that the straight edges of this patch fabric sit directly on the dart line. Now I took the front piece of the skirt to stitch the patch fabric following the direction of my finger. So this is how the patch design should be on the skirt. This makes it very unique. So I'll just go ahead to fold my skirt into two equally so I can trim out the center of the waistline in order to remove any excess fabric. So from this point I would subtract half inch and then connect it to the highest part of the waistline on this side. Now I went ahead to trim this out. So this is all for the front piece of the skirt. So these are the pieces for the back piece of the skirt, and the first step here is to work on the zipper allowance. So I would place my measuring tape on the top of the zipper allowance to mark 8 inches because that is where I want my zipper to stop. Now from this point I marked 8 inches. I would make a straight stitch directly on this line down to the bottom. Once I've made this stitch, I'll go ahead to spread out the center piece of the back piece, and then I would place each sides of the skirt on the edges of the center piece to stitch them together by 1 inch, so we don't have any slits in the back piece of this skirt. So I'll just go ahead to stitch vertically downwards to the bottom of the skirt. After stitching the sides together, I used the pressing iron to open the seams as well, and then the next step is to place my body measurement on the wrong side of the front piece. On the waistline, I would place my waist circumference divided by 2 inches, and on the hip line I would place my hip circumference divided by 2 inches. Now I would connect the hip circumference to the waist circumference, and then I would extend this line vertically downwards to the hem. The next step is to place the front piece of the skirt directly on the back piece of the skirt, right side to right side, to stitch the sides following the direction of the chalk. After stitching the sides of the skirt, I turned the skirt to the right side of the fabric. Now I placed my measuring tape on the waistline to measure the waist circumference with the zipper allowance included, and this is 30 inches. So this simply means that the width of the waistband should also be 30 inches. and I made the length of the waistband to be 4 inches. I placed a gum stay on half side of the waistband, then I went ahead to iron the edges of the waistband that had a gum stay by half inches inward. Now I would take the waistband to the waist of the actual skirt to stitch by half inch. So the edges of the band without the gum stay would be attached on the wrong side of the waist circumference for this fabric to stitch it by half inch following the direction of my finger. After the waistband is attached, I folded the waistband into two equally, making sure that it covers the seam properly to stitch the edges of the waistband following the direction of my finger. The next step is to attach the zipper to the zip opening on the center back of the skirt. So I've properly attached the zipper, and the final step is to secure the hem of the skirt by folding it half inch in and further folding it by half inch all through. So once you are done, you would also secure the center of the front piece separately at the hem by folding it half inch in and further folding it by half inch. Alright, this is the final outcome of the skirt, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. You should give it a try and please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.